Hi, welcome back to another video of H&H Express Model N Scale Trains. In the last video I showed you how I did the lighting of several buildings, including the buildings which are over here. So they still need to be positioned in Buddytown, but that is in a video to come when we finish the first section of the scene. But in this video I'm gonna work on the bridge. I mentioned that already in several previous videos that we were gonna work on the bridge, but I didn't yet know how to handle that. So this video I'm gonna work on the bridge, and I'm also gonna finish the back end where the windmill is, and I'm gonna put some street lights in. So I'm gonna bring you up closer and show you what I mean, what I'm gonna do with the bridge and with the street lights across the road. So let me show you that. So first we're gonna start with the bridge. As you can see, there is no pillar here, and there is also no pillar at the other side. I still need to cover that up. So in previous video you saw me that I used this as a pillar. So this is some insulated material which I use throughout my track, but it's not sturdy enough. I also would like to have it like this, so you can see a little bit of stones or pavement on top of the concrete, and so that it looks very nice. But as mentioned, this is just not sturdy enough to fit in there. So I'm gonna use some cardboard. And this is the cardboard which I use. I already cut this to a specific thickness, or actually width, because it is 3 mm thick itself, and that is the same thickness as this. So in this video I'm going to show you how I built the pillars for this bridge, and then we're going to position them.
So here we are at the workbench. So as mentioned, these pillars I'm gonna build out of this cardboard. And this is actually paper, so it's very thick paper. So it's not masonite, what you would use for your fascia in the model railroad world. So this is just paper, cardboard. So the pillars, the material which I use is insulated material, and it is not that sturdy. Same with here, this already bent too much, so I would like to make it more sturdy. That's why I'm using this cardboard. As I showed you, I would like to have it as sort of a pavement structure on top and on the side. So I looked around and I found some sticky roads. Usually with N-Scale you only buy N-Scale stuff, and this is, for example, a sticky road. You see that this end I already cut off, and that I used for raising the roads in the video which I showed you, and you can find the link here at the top. The tiles here are very small, so it is not looking that robust. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna see if I can find it in HO scale. And I bought this section. You see, I already cut off a section at the bottom, and that is what I'm gonna use. And these tiles are bigger, so it looks more robust. So here we have that cut section, and I cut it off a little bit bigger so that I can put it around the top and around the bottom. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut these to length, to the same length as this, because this is the end. So this is the real size of the pillar which we're gonna build. So we need to cut it to the same length here. So this needs to be cut off, and then we're gonna put a back here as well, but that's in a position which you don't see on the railroad. But I'm still gonna have it look very nice. So let me cut this to length. So I'm gonna position it here, then I'm gonna mark it. And you can cut it with a hobby knife or just use your scissors. So I'm gonna show you that this is just like paper, because you can just cut it. And we need 2 of them. This is what we're gonna use for the sides. And if there are some ridges, then you can easily either use sandpaper or use a hobby knife to clean it up. So next we're gonna use this. I'm gonna cut it a little bit bigger, and then we can glue it on. And the reason why I'm cutting it bigger is because we need to fold this around the edge. Like this. So let me cut this. And then we can start gluing it on. So that's one top. And I will make the second one as well. We'll be right back. So that makes the 2 tops. So for each pillar. So now we're gonna make this base. So these are the pieces. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna glue them together. So I'm gonna put some wood glue on top of here and then glue it on this ridge. So that is just barely over it. So it should show like this. So there's a little bit of ridge and then glue them together. So let me do that. So here you have the 2 sides. So those are the pillars, and now we're gonna work on this area over here. Because this is the front and this is the back of the view. I'm gonna add this one later because we're gonna slide it under the railroad, under the track. So the same with this one. We're gonna do this front first, and that one will be glued on later. we're gonna cut some pieces again, and then they will be put in like this. And then I will cut them. I actually will cut them in an angle. Show you like this. So it's like more, it's more like a support. So that is what I'm gonna do. So we'll be back.
So now that these are ready, I can put them under the bridge. So let me start with this one. That one fits nicely. And now the other one. Oh, nice. And now we can put this at its final position. And this too. So I will finish that up and I will be back later. So this is how it now looks, and I will work on the rest. So stay tuned, and I will be putting some lamppost street lights in the back and behind the window.
So this is a piece of the back road which goes to the windmill. So this is the section which comes from Codyville, and then this is what goes underneath the bridge, which I just created the pillars for, and then this is the direction which goes to the windmill, and then we have a junction over here at this area. So this is just behind the train track, and the thing is, this is gonna be a little bit dark, so I'm gonna put some street lights in there. So, and I found some street lights, but they are a little bit too big, so let me grab them. So these are the street lights which I'm using. So let me get them out of the package. And let me grab one. So this is the street light. So and if you're looking, this is the length of the pole where the street light fits on, and it should be posted like this. Put it like this. So if I measure it, let me put this one out of the way. If I measure it, this is in centimeters, so that's 5 centimeters. That's 8.5 centimeters, and that's actually way too big. Because a standard street post or street light in the Netherlands, beside a normal road between cities, is approximately 10 meters. And 10 meters is almost 6.5 centimeters in end scale. So this is 2 centimeters too tall, so we need to cut a section off. But this is metal. Let me give it up closer. So this is metal. So if you cut it, you need to be careful that you don't cut through the wires, because these wires are very thin. So I used a simple cutter, so like this, but then instead of cutting it, I clipped it a little bit, and then when it's done, you can break it, and then it breaks at that position. And what you then get is the following. Let me grab one which is ready. So you get this. And you can see here that there is actually a nice cut over here. So, and this has a length of 6 centimeters, which is almost 10 meters in height in real life. So this is what I'm gonna do. So I already prepared those. I have plenty of them. And we're gonna put them in here. So the cables will be positioned underneath, and they will go to a central section where we can start the lights or have the lights lit, one row and then the next row, as in real life. So I'm gonna position one over here, and then 10 centimeters I'm gonna position another one 10 centimeters as well. And I can also zigzag, which means I'm gonna put one here, I'm gonna put one over there, and I'm gonna put one over here. So I'm gonna measure that, and the same what I do is at this area. I'm gonna put one over here as well. So I'm gonna measure it, and probably gonna put one over there. So like this. So I'm gonna use a drill bit. Just a regular drill bit. Gonna drill some holes for the cables, and then I'm gonna glue the base on, and then I'm gonna push this one through, and then I'm gonna show you that in the final scene. So let me do that. Let me drill some holes, and I will be back. So that is how it's gonna look like, and let me show you that the street lights are really working. So I'm just testing them with 4.5 volts. And there is of course a safety resistor in between. Do you see? Let me lower the light a little bit. You can see that the street lights are working. So I'm gonna do that for the whole street and also the back, and I will show you the results in a bit. So stay tuned. So now that the bridge is done and a section of the street lights is done, I can continue on that area over there. I will do that off camera to install the street lights. So the street lights are zigzag on that area. I will add some bushes etc. over there as well, but let me show you how it shows when the street lights are on. So let me dim the light. I will dim the street lights themselves as well, but so now you can see that they are all working. I see that the camera picks it up a little bit differently. So now that that is done, I can work on the rest, and then we will work on this scene over here, add some bushes, trees, etc., parking spots, and street lights as well. So let me show you it a little bit close up. And now I can work on the back as well. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of these videos, please consider to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in a next video. Thank you and goodbye.